This is a video where I'm going to be explaining my thought process and the tribulations that I had to go through to finish this painting, which is the fourth painting I've ever made, actually. I call it The Great Fire. To begin, I'm just setting up the tape, trying my best to not make the sides fold, or at least that's what I've heard. This part took a really long time because this tape I have is really strong, which you'll see will create a lot of problems later on. But this strong tape, it's like as strong as duct tape, so even trying to cut it in half to get it down to the size I need took a long while. It was a large hassle, but it's alright. Here I am showing off the paint I'm using. Some red, got some yellow. Typically in my paintings before this, I've only ever used red, white, and black, so using yellow and red and mixing them is actually new for me, but after a little while I was able to get an orange color that I liked a lot, although I did run out pretty quickly, so I had to keep adding to it. This is me mixing. Right here, the orange came out a lot more red when I first put it down in that third panel there, which is why I mixed so much more of it, but in the end, when I spread it out, I just had to trust spreading it out, and then it looked just fine to me. Next up, I wanted to try a technique I saw somewhere where you just put splotches on the actual canvas itself, which in my case is paper, and from there you can like mix them together. It didn't work for me. All it did was just create so much paint that I took a break and I went out to walk my dogs in hopes that it would dry better, because you can really tell how long that was taking to dry. And this will also come to bite me later when I'm trying to remove all the tape. I briefly showed how much paint was removed even just from a little paper towel there. And now it's time to start building the buildings of this fire. This painting was inspired from the Great Chicago Fire, that one terrible, tragic event that happened a very long time ago, like the 1900s or something, I think it was. I'm not actually sure at this point. I haven't done research on it since like 3rd grade. So in that first panel there, I have a skyscraper. Second panel, it's supposed to be apartment complexes with like a bunch of windows. Third panel is more of just a general silhouette of the city with a sidewalk. And the fourth panel is a little house, a close-up house. So after I had gotten all the buildings finished, I started making the smoke, which I thought I wanted to make out of yellow. So I did. And this was really fun, because all I did was just kind of dab it on the page a bunch. It was pretty difficult getting it to clump up more in some areas, because I would have to use a lot of paint. And as you can tell on the house there, I used too much paint. Which, I will admit, for a close-up, I think it actually works pretty well, because it's supposed to be a lot closer to the house than like the skyscraper, for example, so the skyscraper having smaller blotches actually works. I added a chimney to the house, finished up some extra stuff. Around this time I got paint in my eye because I closed my yellow paint container and some splashed onto my face and got into my eye. This was me looking for a paintbrush, or not a paintbrush, sorry, like a hair dryer, a blow dryer, because the tape's so strong I didn't want to peel it off with my bare hands. Alright, I have a bit of a problem. I was originally going to use a hair dryer to like make the tape less sticky and then peel it off. We don't have a hair dryer, so I have to wait until I can figure out how to remove this tape off of this. Because if this rips, I'm gonna be so sad. So I guess that's my update. Oh Lord. And I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just started peeling away. And this is at 20 times speed, mind you. Every second here was 20 seconds in real life. This was excruciating to do. I was so nervous the entire time. You'll notice that I have a cup here on my desk that appeared out of nowhere. My mom brought me a milkshake from her work. Thank you, Mom, by the way, for that. It was a very good milkshake. It ended up being my my trash keeper, my trash tape. Look at that. Look how well I'm peeling, and bam, it goes in the cup. You'll notice on that first tile there on the left, there is a little splotch coming out where the tape was. I'm pretty sure that was from when I poured the small amounts, the red and the yellow, all over that tile, and it must have bled underneath the tape, which made it an absolute pain to peel, by the way. Another area like that's going to come up later where the tape just gets stuck to the paint. So, good going, me. At least I experimented, I tried something new. That's the best thing you can really get out of painting. Again, this is only my 4th painting, so I still have no idea what I'm doing. So here, still just peeling away the tape. Like I said, the tape took forever to peel just because of how strong it is. I didn't have any way to make it less strong. So I was very careful with it. Around this time, the painting was already well dried. I could have spat on the painting probably, or poured water on it, and it would not have changed a thing with how dry it was by this point. Finally, the last piece of tape. This gave me some issues because around this point, it started to peel away at the paper, and no matter what I did, I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I even tried cutting it there, but no matter what I did, it wouldn't work. So I decided to just go from the other side, and hoping that peeling it from that way would fix it. And again, there's another sticky stone right there. Sticky spot, sorry, not stone. Very good at speaking. But I got it through, and the painting was finished. The Great Fire by me. Look at that. My finished painting. Oh man. Oh, it took almost as long to remove the tape as it did to actually paint it. Oh my lord. There's paint chips everywhere. Dude. This is magnificent. I'm writing my name down. You get to see this thing pop up the camera right there. You go. Perfect view. Oh my lord. Quick, I need my test pages. This is just so I can actually get the pen to work before I write stuff down on it. And Myers, the Great Fire. That's what I'm calling it. Calling it the Great Fire, man. The Great Fire. I'm so happy. One last look at it, but now with that signed and has a name on it and everything. Oh yeah. I'm just try my best to hold out without my fingers getting in the way. That's the best.